In the heart of a lush, tropical jungle, there lived a crocodile named Craven. He was known far and wide for his selfishness, his insatiable greed, and his disregard for anyone else in the jungle. Craven ruled over a small pond, fiercely guarding it as if it were his kingdom. Every day, Craven would bask in the sun, his sharp eyes scanning the horizon for any signs of intruders. He would snap and snarl at any animal who dared to come near his precious pond, driving them away with his menacing presence. The other animals in the jungle despised Craven and his selfish ways, but they were powerless against him. They avoided the pond at all costs, fearing the wrath of the selfish crocodile. One hot summer day, a terrible drought struck the jungle. The once lush vegetation withered away, and the water sources began to dry up. Desperation spread among the animals as they searched for water to quench their thirst. Craven, however, remained indifferent to the plight of the other animals. He lounged in his pond, reveling in the fact that he still had water while others suffered. He refused to share even a drop, convinced that his needs were the only ones that mattered. As the drought worsened, the animals grew weaker and more desperate. They pleaded with Craven to share his water, but he turned a deaf ear to their pleas. His selfishness knew no bounds, and he refused to budge an inch. But as the days passed, even Craven's pond began to shrink. The water level dropped lower and lower until there was barely enough left for him to survive. Panic gripped Craven as he realized the gravity of the situation. With no other choice, Craven reluctantly ventured out of his pond in search of water. Weak and weary, he stumbled through the parched jungle, his once fearsome demeanor reduced to a pitiful sight. Finally, he came across a small stream where the other animals had gathered, sharing what little water remained. They looked at Craven with pity, offering him a drink despite his selfishness. In that moment, Craven realized the error of his ways. His selfishness had not only isolated him, but had also brought him to the brink of ruin. With a heavy heart, he apologized to the other animals, vowing to change his ways and become a better member of the jungle community. From that day on, Craven learned the true value of sharing and cooperation. He became known not as the selfish crocodile, but as the reformed one, using his strength and resources to help his fellow animals survive the challenges of the jungle. And in doing so, he found a sense of fulfillment and belonging that he had never known before.